The next question that would obviously pop up in your head is, with the kind of technological advances we are seeing all around us, has it not touched neurosciences the same way? Yes, it has. In fact, if we look at what used to happen even 20 years ago to what is happening now, there is a significant difference. The possibility of complete excision has really gone up. The size of the residual tumors that is actually left behind has constantly gone down, and we really don't leave behind anything unless our hands are really tied and we really don't have any other option. Now, what are the things which has gone into this? The things which has really helped us accomplish this would be simple things like pre-op investigations, which are more complete now. Our MRI scanners, our CT scans have become far superior to what we had 20 years ago. So the structure of the brain, structure of the tumor around, and the relationship between the brain and the tumor are much more clearly defined now. We have MR tractogram, we have functional MRI. These help us in delineating the structures in the brain through an MRI, which could be functionally useful, and their relationship to the tumor. So we are more confident when we approach the tumor. So that is one thing. Even a conventional neurosurgery now usually involves usage of microscope and endoscope. What do these things do? They help magnify the structures that we are operating on, throws good light on the structures that we are dealing with, helps delineate the difference between normal brain and the tumor, because we're able to see it so much better under magnification. So that's one thing. Microscope has really helped us in this. Apart from that, when we have endoscope, we can look into nooks and corner, because the endoscope actually goes into the body. So endo means where it enters into the body. So once it is able to enter into the body, we're able to look into the nooks and corners of the tumor and maybe pick up tumors which would have otherwise gone unnoticed. So that's where intraoperatively we have actually made a lot of progress. Now we also have intraoperative neuronavigation. Now this helps us navigate the brain better. We are able to tell intraoperatively where exactly we are, at what depth, what are the structures that we are dealing with. Similar kind of approach could be with an intraoperative MRI and a CT scan. This would give us more information about whether the tumor has been removed completely or whether something is being left behind in real time. So we also have that facility now. Apart from that, we have neuromonitoring. Again, neuromonitoring is a neurophysiological monitoring of the different structures of the brain, where electrodes are connected to the brain, and these electrodes are in turn connected to a computer, and then these electrodes gives us warning about where we are operating and the structures which exactly the structure that we are dealing with. So it could be an electroencephalogram or an electromyogram, or could be information through the modality called BERA, or could be nerve monitoring. So these are the things which are available, which helps us to identify the normal structures, whether damage is being done to the normal structures as we go ahead with the complete extirpation of the tumor. So yes, the answer to your last question was yes, we are slowly moving towards that place where we are able to remove more and more tumor completely.